Well, what a wonderful April it's been here on the Legends Club with the one and only Neil Razor Ruddock. He's met the wall of Zoom. He's given us some great predictions in an episode that will go down in infamy for more reason than one. Don't forget you can scroll up and down the page and catch up with those episodes if you missed them. But for now, for the last time on the Legends Club, courtesy of all our wonderful sponsors in April, it's time to welcome back in to the One Play Sports Spectrum, Mr. Neil Razor Ruddock. Neil, how are you?
I'm all good.
How
are you?
Have you enjoyed your month with us? Have we been gentle enough with you? Those junior legends were a bit of a handful, weren't they?
They're kids. You never work with animals and kids. You know what they say.
Now, listen, it has been great to have you with us. You're one of the most personable guests we've had on the show so far across the 9 months. I mean, a couple of questions that people haven't asked you, I might just pose them to bring a curtain down on it. Obviously, you've attracted a bit of controversy through your career, but then again, you had a very long career. You played with some massive clubs. Eddie, what's your biggest regret as a professional footballer? Or do you not really live by that mantra?
I love that. I love and hate that question. You always get asked that question, biggest regret, I could have tried harder in that training game, or I could have run an extra mile. So I don't think you can have any regrets. I could have kicked someone a lot harder. I know I've regretted that a few times, but I don't think you look back and, I'm comfortable in myself that every game I played, I tried my hardest. I was always battling to sometimes you have a bad game, sometimes you have an average game, sometimes you're magnificent. But, as long as people see you trying, that's all that fans want. And, there's not one fan out there, that point a finger at me and say, I didn't try. There's a few fans that can say I was rubbish sometimes, but I always tried my hardest.
I mean, I'm a bit of a saddo, and it just so happens last night I was watching an old episode. Do you remember Baddiel and Skinner Fantasy Football in the 1990s? It was a popular show in the UK. And it made me think, and that was obviously the dawn of the Premier League, other than the money, do you think it was more fun playing at the start of the Premier League in the 90s? Obviously, the money's now astronomical, but do you think it was more fun back then than it is for the players today?
Yeah, I think, I think the games were better games to watch. I think, there was Sky Gold. Used to have a team, they used to have the channel Sky Gold, and they used to show the early 90 matches, and they were proper matches, muddy, bobbly, puddles everywhere. The ball was covered in mud, all the players come off covered in mud. I think they was proper players with footballers had a go. Yeah, we was kicking each other, but, everyone was kicking each other. They were just getting up and getting on with it. It was none of this trying to get players sent off. There weren't no players diving. The referee used to tell you to F off and get on with the game. You know what I mean? They were proper games, and nowadays that's changed. And I feel sorry for people growing up now watching the games with VAR, because I have to turn the games off now. I'm a lover of football. Football is a very hard watch at the minute with players diving about, trying to get players sent off, and referees not having any authority. The game's changed. It was better in the 90s, and you're correct.
Yes. Nostalgia's not what it used to be, is it? I can't. Don't get me started.
Listen, I mean, people ask me what I want. I'm going to tell the truth. Football is absolutely rubbish compared to it was 20, 30 years ago.
Okay. And listen, now you wear your heart on your sleeve. I'll leave the last word to you on the subject of looking forward to coming back to Asia. Obviously, the World Football Legends, which is an affiliate of the Legends Club, have these incredible trips for all you legends where you come to Southeast Asia, Malaysia, Indonesia, and of course Singapore for these big games. You've not been to Singapore yet. Can we have a Neil Razor Ruddock guarantee that when Mr. Ian Holohan extends the visit pass to you, when the borders open to come to Singapore, you'll be here visiting all your great fans in Asia?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to visit, and it'll be the best pub crawl Singapore has ever seen.
I hope.
I love different countries. Somewhere I've never been. I've spoken to him, and he keeps promising me. But you know what Ian's like. He's got his favourites like Teddy Sheringham and that. So. But I'll be there one day, and I'd love to meet the fans and get on stage and make you laugh. And you can ask me anything, and I'll tell you all the funny Jason McAteer stories that I've got when I get out there. So can't wait to see you all.
We will look forward to it. I'm going to get a petition going from all your fans to make sure Ian gets you on that next plane over here, courtesy of Turkish Airlines. Many thanks to Neil Razor Ruddock. Neil, all the best. Stay safe, mate, and we hope to see you back over this side of the world soon. That's Neil Ruddock live from his den in the UK. Signing off. Adios, amigo. Take care, mate.
Bonjour.
Thanks to all our sponsors who've been responsible already for us being able to have Razor Ruddock with us in April on One Play Sports on the Legends Club. There are all the sponsors on the wall behind me. Of course, let me give them all one quick shout out. Turkish Airlines, that's the airline that will be flying Razor here when the borders open. Match Attacks, thanks to their work with the Junior Legends. Picketing, Muddy Murphys, Exchange, Lenoir, Clubhouse, Starbalm, Smith's Fish and Chips, best fish and chips in Southeast Asia. Aris Resolve, Little League, Sahara, the best hummus in Southeast Asia. Els Club, great golf course in Malaysia. Trouble Brewing, Solitaire LLP for all your legal needs. Expat Living, Magumbo's, another great bar. Nestia and Heroes. I think I've got them all out. And don't forget, if you join now, follow the link that you see coming up on the screen. 6 months free membership as long as you're a true football supporter. You have to prove you're a true football supporter and are a member of one of the official supporters clubs across Southeast Asia. My thanks to you for watching. My thanks to Neil Ruddock for being a great guest in April. And don't forget to keep it tuned as we'll reveal very shortly who will be our guest for May.